Well, hello everybody. Just move that out of the way, it'll probably fall off the table. I'm Morrison, and welcome to my pathetic, bodged up recording studio. I really have to have the basics of everything. I switched the lights off so I could get a better picture, and now I'm going to have a job to read my my script I've got here. Anyway, I'll do my best. I hope to make several videos to help people with short fingers, not as a tuition but as a way of passing on my experience that I've learned the hard way. Now, all my videos will be geared towards short-fingered people who struggle with the guitar, and I want to encourage them. So today you're going to face probably one of the worst demons of all on the guitar, and that's the F chord. Everybody's shy of it, it puts them off the guitar, but the thing is that it's used in many musical pieces, a very common chord, and once you can play it, it opens up the whole of your neck because, sorry, got a bit of hay fever. When you can play that shape, it goes all the way up, making a different chord every time. So this is a very important chord, and if you can get this under your belt, then it's going to make other chords easier. So this is how we're going to go. Now, I dare say that the F chord is probably one of the most prominent chords that make people give up the guitar when they're starting, or even when they've been trying for a while. Now, what I'm just going to show you, first of all, this is a bar chord, which is what that word puts lots of people off, and so I just dropped a part of my speech today, never mind. Now, this is the F, and it was on that picture that I showed at the beginning of the video. Now, the difficulty is this is a bar, because what you're doing, you're putting your first finger over all the strings. Whatever chord you play down here, you usually got to do that. But so that's what the difficulty is, because if you look at I'll get my other fingers out of the way. When I get that in position, my first finger can hardly reach that sixth string, and I dare say that's the problem you've got. You find different ways, and you find that some people actually bend that finger slightly so they can get pressure on the sixth string, because the other strings, most of the other strings, are being covered by the second, third and fourth finger. So that's the fourth chord, and if I show you, I want to make you think about the E chord, because from the E chord we can get to the F chord. Now the E chord is usually played with your first finger on the first fret, on the third string on the first fret. Then your next finger, which is your second finger, goes over onto the fifth string in the second fret, and the next finger goes to the fourth string on the second fret. And I don't know whether you can see that, but now what I like to do to help you is to not use it. That's the way you play F. But if you forget this finger, put this out of the way a minute, and you're just using these three. So what you're doing, you're going there, there and there. Now that's the E. But what you do now is you move down one fret, half tone, but you put this finger down in the first fret over all the strings, and you've got the F chord. Now some people show you by saying forget the sixth string, just play on the five strings, so you would sort of do it like that, but I don't recommend that. If you're going to take shortcuts, it's going to not help you later on. If you go for the hard chords and you get them under your belt, it's going to open up a lot more to you to play the guitar. So the other thing about that is a lot of people play that F chord like that, but they've also got a long enough thumb to come over and press it on the 6th string in the 1st fret. I can't do that. There's no way. So I have to play bars all the time. You know, it just can't get it. The thumb's not big enough and my hand's not big enough. So that's it. So let's try just looking at the F chord by putting one finger down at a time. So, right. So we start with the last finger, the pinky as they call it. And the pinky is positioned on the 3rd string in the 3rd fret. And then the 3rd finger goes, I've told you wrong there, sorry, goes on the 4th string in the 3rd fret. Then the next finger, which is this one, goes next to it on the 5th string in the 3rd fret. So that's 2. Now, if you move that down, like I showed you E, how you move from E to an F to make it easier for you to conquer it. If you go down, move those 2 fingers down, 1 fret, it becomes E minor. So that was that's E. Take that finger off, E minor. So now this one, so move up to the F position, which is there, and then put your 2nd finger down on the 3rd fret on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. Now, still sounds not quite right. Now put your bar chord. Now, you might find it easier to just slightly bend that finger if you've got I'm really struggling, push my wrist right under to get my finger to go over there. Most people can do that without any trouble, but I'm really pushing underneath to get there. But keep practicing. So what I want you to do, I want you to make that your big ambition for the several days, quite a few days, but don't play it once and then go on to something else. Keep trying it, a few minutes every day, 5-10 minutes, just the F. But if you work your way up to it the way I've shown you by taking each individual string and forgetting about this one until you need to play it. I do that with other chords. When that's an A, I move it up one to be a B flat. But once you've got the A and you move it up and you put your 1st finger down, it becomes a different chord every time. So you'll learn loads more chords. Once you've got that, F, F sharp, B, and so on. B flat, B. Right, so that's all I'm going to tell you on today about the F chord. Now, at some stage in the next video or so, I'm going to teach you the common combinations of different chords that go together. And the next very important, probably one of the most important chords that isn't a bar chord, is the C. I'll let you have a look at it. Sorry, I've got nothing. I've got the basics of basics to show anybody. I made this up with stick-on dots. That's the C chord. Again, put each finger down at a time and just play it until you get used to keep putting them down. So C will be the next one, but it's not a hard chord compared to the F. And then we're looking at G and A minor, which would make up a very common set. But so moving on to the other things I want to talk about. Now, I'll eventually cover more things like C, G, D, A, E minor and so on. You've got different, I can't really get down and get that. You've got different styles, different capos, all sorts. These are a pain for short finger people because it's finding one that helps you, and I still haven't found the right one yet. I probably never will. There we are. Different capos. And it just depends what style of guitar you want to play. If you you know, I like playing with a pick because, well, I've got very short fingers, and I've also got curved nails, which it isn't easy to pick when. So there's all sorts of different thicknesses of pick, and in my early days, and until fairly recently, I always considered a thin pick made the best noise, but as you get more experience, you find the thicker pick don't bend quite as much, so it gives you more control, especially when you're picking out individual notes. So absolutely loads of picks. Look, I've got actually hundreds of them. I got the pick I wanted to show you. It's come behind me and I can't get off the show, but it says it was a birthday present from my wife, and it's scribed, and it says the best guitarist in our village, and well, you think that's good, but there's only 2 houses in our village. Anyway, so the other thing is, just remember, I keep my nails short. Now, this is me, but I preferred the very short, I don't know whether you can see that, I hope this, but very short nails on that hand, but I keep longer ones on that hand. And it helps with picking, but it also helps me so that I can tell my left hand from my right hand. Now, everybody gets put off with sore fingers. If you go too mad at it, of course you'll have sore fingers. They do hurt, but you get used to it, and eventually you hardly get anything at all. I don't know whether you can see that. You can't see any really bad, warm or hard tips to my fingers. So just take it steady, go slowly, and what you find with the soreness of the fingers is that as you get much better than me actually, but as you get better, you'll find that it's not the pressure of really pushing down on the strings, although you probably do that to begin with, but it's not that pressure. What actually happens is that the fingers actually caress the strings, but because you've got your timing right between this hand and that left hand when you're pressing down, you more or less caress the strings. You don't stand there pushing them hard. So it's all techniques, it's all practice, it's determination, and it's all about not giving in. Don't give in. You can't afford to. You have to say, I'm not going to let this guitar beat me. I'm going to show it who's the master. And then, but keep practicing the F chord. If you don't practice the F chord and can't conquer it, you'll have a struggle. And you'll also have a struggle with some of my videos that I'm hoping to do in the future. That is if you ever bother coming back again. Don't blame me if you don't. If I don't know how you earn money at this. I'm not interested in money. I don't even know how you do it. I did have a lot of hits on my first video a year ago, and a lot of lovely comments, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it just to help people, because I had a struggle and I know what it's like. And people tell you all sorts of things, but unless they got short fingers, they can't really tell you. So, well, just everybody says this. I don't like doing this, but I'll say hit the bell, because if not, I shall get the Nobel Prize. I wish you all the best. God bless, and I'll catch up with the next one as soon as I can.